Hey, Hound Dogs, I'm David Hankins.
And I'm Paul Hankins.
And welcome to On the Air with Powers.
Yeah. Sorry.
That's okay. We usually have it different. You're the guest today as opposed to part of the group. So,
That's true.
one of the, we're talking a little bit tonight about putting together issue 19.
Yes.
And as important as the writers and editors think they are, the artist is really important, very important to the process as well. We're happy to have you here to discuss.
Happy to be here.
Oh, great. So you're currently working on two things for us. One being issue 19,
Yes.
Kamaitachi,
Yeah.
and also on the cover and back cover for the BD. That's going to be part of the Kickstarter in probably October, November.
Yeah.
I really have no idea when it's going to be, but it's supposed to be, so we're going to prepare for it. So I thought we'd talk a little bit about issue 19 since we're actually in the middle of working on it. And
Yeah.
you did send us some work as of today. And
Yeah.
we did come back with some comments, and I understand you still have a comment you want to talk about.
Yeah, so I think the most recent email you guys sent me, it must have been like an hour ago, right?
A couple hours ago.
Asking for like a reversal of a shot, and I was just confused as to what kind of reversal. I want to make sure I get it right this time because we've revised this page quite a few times at this point.
Yeah,
so I don't want to fuck it up again.
This has been sort of a not a painful but a very exacting issue that we've been going through. I know we've had you do a lot of redraws and stuff.
Yeah, well, I want to get it right,
And we appreciate that. I think what we had on the initial page 11
Yeah.
was the backside of the Kamaitachi attacking Eli.
Yeah.
And on the new page 11, it's you see it from there. You saw it from the back. Now you're seeing it from the front, and we want to see it from the back again. But we know that the
From Eli's back?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Back shot.
So that it was a back shot in the script, and we want to be able to So we just thought you had a back shot going one way. Now we thought the back shot should go the other way.
Let me
Unless that breaks the
see
180
if
rule.
I can
Yeah, we're trying not to break the
just
one.
like. Yeah, I was trying to like turn Eli around and make sure everything makes sense 180 rule wise.
Okay.
But also like make it make sense staging wise. Let me pull that baby up you guys to so we can and just like be I learn visually. It's hard for me to like envision things. Can you guys see my screen?
We can see that you're trying to share it. Yes,
Yeah,
there
I
you
can
go.
see your screen.
Yay.
Okay, so let me just.
So for somebody that's actually watching, what are we looking at here? What do you use or what?
This is page 11. This is what I just sent you guys today. I turned Eli around and everything. I turned Marty around so I was facing Eli. Maybe I should share the story. Should I share the story?
Do you want to share the story?
I
mean,
it's
it's
loose context.
what?
The general context.
Yeah, the joke. I mean, this is 7 issues away, so I don't think everybody's gonna be like, "Wait a minute, I've been waiting for that."
It's true.
They see
Well,
this in
the boys are
2025.
being harassed. They are being molested, if you will, by a group of Kamaitachi. And Eli just caught one, but there's another one. They didn't know that they. Oh no! What are they? Let me open the old one too. I know you guys said you liked the other shot.
Yeah.
This one, this panel too. So
Yeah.
I guess what you were thinking was or no,
No.
it was the other one, wasn't it?
No.
Yeah.
Back one further.
Wrong one.
So what program are you using for the viewers at home?
Clip Studio Paint. It's my favorite program. Very good for comic creation. You guys like this kind of
Yes.
setup
Yeah.
where we're focusing on Eli's back,
Right.
and we have this Kamaitachi coming at him. So Eli should be facing the other way, though.
He should, instead of facing right,
So
he should be
I'm
facing left. Right.
Like this. She comes in like this. I guess I can move this over so he can be over here. Oops. Oh well.
And that's what it's going to look like in the
Eli's,
final version.
not Eli. Very professional.
Yeah.
And then Marty would be kind of like in the background over here. Is that what you were thinking? Just label them.
We're thinking about it. We're not just. It's not, it's not a glitch.
I'm trying not
If
to.
I drew it on like a blank canvas, would that make it easier to see?
Sure, why not? So this is kind of fun. We've never done this kind
All right, so we got like our little panel here.
Yeah.
And then Eli would be over here being like, haha, I caught you, small baby. And we got the Kamaitachi coming over here, like, I'm gonna get you. And then Marty's over here, like, no. Well, so like, this is what I'm thinking at this point.
And so that's Eli's back we're seeing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that.
I think that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, okay, cool. All right, so now we know. Hey.
And now you have it on
So I will...
I was going to say you have it on tape, but there's no such thing. But you have a recording of what we're...
Got it live.
Yes. So that was kind of...
all right.
That's behind the scenes. That was kind of what we want to do. That's pretty good.
All right. You know what? I'm even going to save this so that I have it for later, because God knows I'm going to forget. Cool.
So,
all right, I can stop sharing now.
So one thing that I was... and I know that we think we're being very descriptive in these scripts, and obviously we're not. So, I mean, how would you want us to improve when we talk about a visual?
The best solution I can think of is, I know I've worked with a lot of comic writers who will sometimes draw out a scene very loosely to like get across what they mean about something. Even if it's just something like you draw it on like a diner napkin and take a shitty picture and send it over Discord. That might even be helpful if that's something you can do.
Yeah, we can actually draw a little bit. We're
I know, like, a lot of people like, I can't even draw a straight line, but like I said, visual demonstrations help me a lot, just because like I can't think of anything that's not pictures. Yeah,
we were trying to look for I was trying to look for a picture of like the wind thing we were talking about, and I couldn't find something easily that would explain it.
It's like the staircase thing earlier in the issue where I wasn't really getting what you guys were talking about until you sent me the picture of the convention center, and I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, we were lucky we remembered that, and Google Streets, thank you, we were able to pull that up. But, it's trying to find. We were talking to a friend of mine approached us about helping him with actually a graphic novel. I taught you about that a little bit.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, and I'm not going to really get into the story or whatever, but we were trying to tell them you need to be really descriptive in your, when you talk about something, because you want people to, the artist to know what you're talking about. And I used the example of when I forgot which issue it was, where Mocha put her arm out like this over, I think it was Eli, to stop him, and I was trying to use the example of, which is before your time. When I was a kid, my mother would drive the car, and she would stop really hard. She would put her arm out to try to, so I wouldn't go through the windshield, like that would stop it. But you had no reference point for that, and there are no pictures of that either. So I think we eventually found something from
So we used My Hero Academia.
Yeah. But it was that kind of, how do I describe that? And trying to find a picture. Yeah.
Yeah, I got it eventually, though.
Yes, you did. And I was like, wow, I didn't realize how old that reference was. But,
I might have, just known from, because, just knew from, movies or something.
Yeah, but I just couldn't find any example of it. It was really sad. But anyway. I know it happened to me. All those years ago. Anyway, so
When I was your age.
yes, gas was only $1, and it always made me mad when I was a kid growing up. Gas was like 33 cents in Texas, and then as soon as I got my driver's license, it was $1. Like, is there a correlation there? Yeah. We don't want you to drive. Okay, so enough about me and how old I am. Let's talk a little bit about. So we're about 8 pages. You're finishing 12, and you're about 8 pages away from, and you've already sent us thumbnails for the next 4 pages, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and so I guess next month you'll be sending us the next 4 and a cover idea, right? That's usually how it works. Yeah.
For sure.
So the other thing you're working on for us is this BD cover, which is sort of for most people would be that's the cover. Let's show that first. A lot of people think of it as a sort of a trade paperback, but we're doing a Kickstarter, which I think we've talked about before with Artith Merrick, and they're going to be trying to take the first 5 issues again and make them into something new that people would want. And we've done some work sort of remastering some of the dialogue. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice. Some of the dialogue and some of the descriptions to kind of bring it up to the current story that we're telling.
Yeah.
And we also need to come up with a new cover, which you've done. Is this being shared? Yes. So.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah. So this was sort of a lot of input from Steve B.
Yeah, we got input from Artith Merrick because we're also kind of doing this for them.
Well, yeah. They're trying to they want to get their comic books into bookstores in Europe, and the way that they want to do that is to take some of the current creators, us included, even though I think we're third now, and put together sort of this trade paperback, which they call BD in Europe, France, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what it stands for.
Bande dessinée.
There you go.
They pronounce it bande dessinée.
Okay, so everybody knows but me. Okay, so anyway, so this bande dessinée or whatever. So we wanted to give them a new cover and something different from the previous issues, right?
Yeah.
So we came up with this, which sort of features, I guess, our heroes at the bottom and the villains in the story at the top.
Yeah.
Right? And
yeah, I think this one came out real nice.
Yeah, and it was very dynamic.
If I do say so myself.
Yeah, I wonder if the artist liked it. No.
I can always see it colored, though. Definitely eager to see that.
And the phone went off.
Yes, I think.
All right.
So then I looked at what they did with Dirk Brody, which was the first one they did, and they had a back cover, and I was like, we should have a back cover. Yeah. And so we went through a lot of thumbnails on that as well, and I thought we'd picked one that I liked, but then again Steve came back and said no. So we moved to what was, I think, thumbnail G, and we came up with, we're going to show the progression of these covers. You came up with, we're going to show not the thumbnail of it, but we're going to show the pencil here in a sec.
It's funny because you had sent me the email saying, let's go ahead with G. And I was like, okay. So I started penciling G, and I had a nice background down, and then you sent the email like, oh, actually, Steve wants this one.
Yeah, he wants
I was
F.
like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I do like this idea better. It's definitely more dynamic and animated.
I've gotten to really like it a lot more. I mean, my idea for F was that at least everybody could see everybody's face. That was kind of what I was going for. but this is more dynamic.
Yeah, and then I hid Steve's face.
Yeah, so Steve is looking away. He's camera shy.
It's like, who cares about Steve?
Yeah, and so I looked at this and I liked it, except for I wanted to have a couple of things change. When Steve sees Steve's face, and then the character you drew right next to Mocha my eyes always went to her.
Yeah.
And
I got pretty carried away with that particular character.
So I was like,
I just wanted to make like a snazzy looking lady with drip or something.
that's fine. I mean, it's a very dynamic character. Maybe we should figure out how to use her someday.
Yeah.
But it was like, I didn't want people to think she was a main character because you just sort of tricked her because of the hair. So I don't know if we can go to the next one. You did another version like this, and you subdued her quite a lot, but she looked a lot like Quincy.
So that was totally subconscious. I did not intend for that.
No, but I was thinking that, well, if it's going to be, even though Quincy's not in the story, she is a student on campus.
Yeah.
Why not have her be in the cover?
Yeah.
And it's a little Easter egg for people that actually are paying attention. read the issues coming up. Actually, so now you've done that, and you've also added another character.
I was wondering who else can I sneak in here.
So you sort of snuck in somebody. God, if we haven't gotten to
Pedro.
Pedro, yeah, we're doing we're gonna put out issue 12 here in the next few weeks, and prior to our signing at Golden Apple on the 18th, if you're in the LA area, please come by. But Pedro doesn't come in till the issues after that. But anyway, that was kind of fun to sneak him in.
He's coming.
Yeah, so I think that's gonna be kind of fun, and it's gonna be really cool to see it colored as well.
Yeah.
So,
absolutely.
A lot of cool stuff. We're gonna have to tell Julia that's Pedro, not just some guy with wild hair.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's really good.
I always draw pencils or inks or whatever, and I think of things I should tell Julia about, and then I just forget every time.
Yeah, we kind of do that with Trevor sometimes. He'll figure it out, which is not fair.
Oops.
Yeah. So anyway, so that's kind of coming. I'm going to say October, November-ish.
Yeah.
So a little preview of that, and then
awesome.
Yeah, I think it's I'm really liking this, so I think it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Really interesting to think about something I made being sold in Europe.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. Now,
just seems like this faraway land that's so above us.
I spent part of the afternoon today looking at the 100 pages that we're going to submit to this, which is the first 5 issues. If you were part of our Kickstarter, we also had the first 5 issues in a different, same sort of format, but this will be way improved. But the artwork is a lot better now.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to put down the previous artist, but it is a lot better. And it was just like, wow, this is really but it's
it's always fun looking at, like, especially webcomics where the art just improves over time and you just feel so happy for the art.
Yeah.
Well, we had to find a new artist to improve it, but it's towards the end, especially of issue 5, it's like, are these the same character? And that's just me being picky. And there's a few little changes. We found something that we're gonna have to have Julia fix color-wise, which we didn't catch in issue 4. Eli uses magic, his powers, excuse me, not magic, his powers, and there's no indication that he's using powers, which we want to have. So she's going to add that back in.
Yeah.
Or add that in. It's kind of, it's amazing what we kind of let slide through sometimes.
Yeah.
But we were new.
Yeah.
With comics, it can be so tricky. Because there's so many moving parts.
Yeah. Same
thing with animation. It's so easy for mistakes to slide by.
Yeah, but we're I know that we spent a lot of time looking at 19 and all that, and but but I think it's really probably helped a lot to sort of
for sure,
to bring it to the vision that Paul had. I think we could show the we haven't shown the Kamaitachi character designs that you did.
No, we have not.
If you saw the, I'll say, ad on Instagram, you would have seen these, but but they're pretty cool. Now, this was something too we had you go back and change on as well. The sashes.
Yes.
So, yeah, and I think I agree that it's better to have the sashes be different colors. Makes them a little more distinct. So when we,
I was thinking about, I always assumed these guys were brothers, but I'm not sure it actually says in the script that they're brothers, so I'm wondering if they're related.
Well, I thought of them like brothers.
But I think it sort of helps distinguish them. So when we have the, the soft, the little toy animals, the plushies, Mocha and the Kamaitachis.
Alright, so just as a quick reminder for those watching, the Yosenju, 1, 2, and 3 were the inspiration for part of the inspiration for this whole thing.
So if you're not watching, you're holding up Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Yeah.
Okay.
The secret rare.
I thought about basing the colors off of the Yu-Gi-Oh characters, but like one of them has like dark blue and the other one's light blue, and I was like, that's kind of stupid.
They're very similar color-wise on the cards.
Yeah.
And this is a little more TMNT, kind of bright colors that separate them out. And you designed these little weapons. So did you have prop design in school?
Yeah, there was a class called Environments, Props, and Structures where you basically learn how to like structure out objects and non-organic objects.
Okay.
All right.
So have you designed a lot of weapons?
Yeah. No, actually, I'm not. I don't typically. I guess when I was in school, I didn't typically gravitate to things or just like works or stories with a lot of weapons in it. Probably to my own detriment, but I had fun designing these. I was looking up different like traditional Japanese weapons. I believe the little scythe that number 1 is holding is like called a kusarigama, which like it has the mace at the end, which you can like whip around and throw at someone, which is pretty brutal. And then, like, there's, like, the little katana versus the short sword. Like, the third one has, like, a little medicine ball, and the little kanji there says medicine, and I just had a lot of fun with these guys.
Yeah. Okay, I was going to ask you what that meant, so that's good. That's cool.
Yeah.
So, we'll have to get that right on the plush.
Yeah.
And that comes out.
Oh my god, plush of these would be the best.
Yes.
All right.
I would buy those in a heartbeat.
Well, I don't know how you make those without spending a lot of money, so. Yeah, and I think Mocha would make a good one as well. Yeah, I mean, eight-tailed Kasunis are there out there. Especially if you could do one of those things where you could turn it inside out and she'd be
that would be a challenge.
Like a transformer.
There was we saw them, I thought, at Comic-Con where it was one shape, and if you turned it inside out, it was another shape. Or am I making that up?
I think those exist.
It must be out there somewhere.
Yeah. Come on. So then I guess we need to be thinking about the next issue.
Yeah.
After 19.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have. I mean, we do have scripts for it, or various scripts. We just, I guess, need to figure out between ourselves which ones we want to push forward.
Yeah.
It's a never ending.
The ride never ends.
That's right. Let's hope. So, anyway, so I think that was kind of what we're going to cover.
Yeah.
Unless you have something you want to bring up.
I think this issue has been it's been like kind of a roller coaster. But it's been a lot of fun. It's been very different. I've enjoyed like working with the like crazy panel layouts and like the windiness and like the leaves blowing in the trees. Just been a very interesting issue to work on.
Well, glad to hear you say that as opposed to I don't want to ever work with you guys again.
God, this sucks. This blows.
Yeah. Oh, so many different ways. Okay, so I guess that's it.
Yeah. If you are watching this on YouTube and you like this conversation, consider leaving a like, subscribing, and ringing that bell.
So until next week, again, we want to thank Rachel for being on the show.
Thanks for having me.
So until next week, I'm David Hankins.
I'm Paul Hankins.
And you've been on the air with Power Squared.